Hey, folks. We're going to start out with a song for our friend Ruth Hooker. But maybe I should have the lyrics up in front of me properly. Here we go. You sheltered me from harm, kept me warm, kept me warm, and you gave my life to me, set me free, set me free. The finest years I ever knew were all the years I had with you, and I would give anything I own, give up my life, my heart, my home. I would give everything I own just to have you back again. You taught me how to love, what it's all, what it's all. You never said too much, but still you showed the way. And I knew from watching you, nobody else could ever know part of me that can't let go. I would give anything I own, give up my life, my heart, my home. I would give everything I own just to have you back again. Is there someone you know, you're loving them so, but taking them all for granted? You might lose them one day, someone takes them away. They don't hear the words you long to say, that I would give anything I own. Give them my life, my heart, my home. I would give everything I own just to have you back again, just to touch you once again. All right, thank you. That one's by Bread. Compliments of the Unicorn Girl, Ruth Hooker. Hey, everybody, happy Sunday. Let's see who's here. Say hi to some folks. Start getting our request pile built up for the night. Lee Scott is here. He says, good evening, Steve. Hope you're well. Could you play Foreigner? I want to know what love is, or Mike and the Mechanics, The Living Years. Those are both stellar songs. We might get both of those in today. Thanks, Lee. Great tunes. Bill Hasty, how we doing? What about one of these gems from Elton? This song has no title. I've seen that movie too, where all the young girls love Alice. Bill, I have to cop to the fact that I don't know any of them. I feel like a fool. Like, I am at least familiar with two of the titles, but like I just have not listened to them enough that I could fake my way through it. I'm sorry, man. I'm failing you. I'm sorry, bud. But if you think of something else you'd like to hear, please put it in the comment feed. I'll definitely try to get something for you today. But I really need to buff up on my Elton John deep cuts. It's shameful how bad I am at those, or how unfamiliar I am with those. I would like to echo Bill's message here. It says, Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Absolutely. Not the least of which, of course, my own mother, in case she happens to tune in and watch. Love you, Mama. Moritz, how we doing? In Graz, Austria, says, Happy Mother's Day. Could you please play The Air That I Breathe by the Hollies or Michelle by the Beatles? Both very good. Okay, let me put that in the queue. Thanks, Moritz. Hey, Ruth. I hope I did your request justice. Kat, howdy. You've done an awesome job on past shows singing songs sung by women. Could you do How Can I Live by Leanne Rimes or Turn Back Time by Cher? Thank you for entertaining us. Let me see what I can do with that for you. Thanks, Kat. Appreciate it. David Brasso from Venice. Thank you for joining us. Another person from Austria today. Outstanding. Thomas George, thank you very much. I appreciate the compliment. Al Smith joining us in Hawaii out there in Kauai. Hey, Steve, saw your video of your studio. Is this protocol? Let me see here. I'm not sure I understand the question. There might be a typo in there. Maybe, Al, if you think of it, please retype that so that I can see if or is this practical? I'm just not sure what the question is there. So, my bad. But if you can give me a little clarity, I'd love to answer your question. Thank you. Steve, can you play Angels by Robbie Williams from Thomas George? Great song. Yeah, I'm going to do that one, and I'll send it out to my mom today. It's one I learned to play for her, actually, a couple years ago during the pandemic for her birthday. So, perfect day for that. Andrea from Italy says, "Hey, I hope to hear you play The Long and Winding Road and or Bridge Over Troubled Water. I will not do Desperado only because Don Henley is not a friend of people who play things on YouTube, and he will likely have the entire video taken down, which would take the whole live stream down with it, because he's just he's a wonderful singer and a great songwriter and someone that I have admired for a long time, but he's a cranky old son of a bitch too, and doesn't really want to embrace the fact that we live in the 21st century. And so I stay away from anything that he has a co-write on, otherwise it creates problems. But I will definitely look into one or both of your other requests. Thank you, Andrea. Alex V. Hey, Steve, greetings from Stuttgart in Germany. Saw Elton John live on May 2nd. It was amazing. I started crying when he came on stage and when he left it, and during Candle in the Wind and Sorry Seems to Be. Oh, those are good songs. I'm going to put that in the queue. Maybe I can do one or both of those today for you. Bad Aiton would like to hear some Stevie Wonder. Okay, see what I can do on that front. I agree, Ruth. You know, that song was actually, it sounds like it's a song, that song by Bread that I opened with. Sounds like a song that was written for, someone who's got a broken heart from their lover leaving, but it was actually, written after the lead singer, I can't remember his name, David something or other. The lead singer's father passed away, and he actually was writing it to say, I'd do anything to have just, one more chance to talk to you, etc. And then he kind of intentionally made it a little vaguer so that people could put whatever interpretation on it they want. But so it was written for a parent. So, yes, thank you. Appreciate the request, Ruth. Good afternoon, Doc Steve. Thank you. This is Theodore saying that. Good to see you. Hey, Steve, could you play Tiny Dancer? Haven't done that one in a while. We'll see what we can pull off there. Hi, Steve. Your small studio was impressive and practical hit send by mistake. Oh, I see. Well, thank you. I'm trying to make slightly more interesting YouTube videos now. I have some really fun stuff coming down the pike. I've been assembling quietly in the background some friends. The live streams are going to continue to be just what we always do here: piano, vocal, a lot of requests, that kind of stuff. But for some of the song cover performances, sometimes it'll just be me. But I've been putting together a group of very, very talented friends that we're going to call the YouTube Music Mafia, and we're going to start doing some videos together and dressing some songs up. So I'm really excited about that. We just kind of got the core rhythm section all on the same page as of yesterday, so it could be a few weeks before we drop a video. But I'm really going to look forward to doing a little more collaborating. I've been working primarily alone for so long. It'll be fun to get creative with some other folks. So watch for that. We'll make more noise about it once it's actually happening. Well, let's get started with some of these requests. Holy cow. Okay, what all do we have here? Let's do, this is something that I want to do before I blow my falsetto out, if I haven't already. This is for our friend Alex V. in Stuttgart, Germany, who just saw Elton John, and apparently this was an important moment from the show for him. What have I gotta do to make you love me? What have I gotta do to make you care? What do I do when lightning strikes me? And I awake to find that you're not there. What do I do to make you want me? What have I gotta do to be heard? What do I say when it's all over? And sorry seems to be the hardest word. It's sad, so sad. It's a sad, sad situation, and it's getting more and more absurd. It's sad, so sad. Why can't we talk it over? Well, it seems to me sorry seems to be the hardest word. It's sad, so sad. It's a sad, sad situation, and it's getting more and more absurd. It's sad, so sad. Why can't we talk it over? Oh, it seems to me sorry seems to be the hardest word. What do I do to make you want me? What have I gotta do to be heard? What do I do when lightning strikes me? What have I gotta do? What have I gotta do? Sorry seems to be the hardest word. Ooh, sorry seems to be the hardest word. Okay. So let's see here. Let's pick, I'm going to do Mike and the Mechanics first, and then we'll see if we have time to come back and do the Foreigner song. Let me get some lyrics up. I love this song. This is by, as I say, Mike and the Mechanics. And this band was formed by one of the three principal members of Genesis. Mike Rutherford, who plays bass and guitar on Genesis Records, and he put together another side group because obviously once Phil Collins got humping and pumping big time with his solo career, they knew they weren't going to be doing a Genesis album every single year, and so he wanted something else to do on the off time, and he formed Mike and the Mechanics, and he Had a brilliant singer with the group named Paul Carrick who sang this one. I got to find the right key here. So anyway, beautiful song. Unfortunately, I don't have a children's choir with me. But a great song can always be stripped down to one instrument and a voice, and if the song is good, it's gonna work. Every generation blames the one before, and all of their frustration come beating at your door. I know that I'm a prisoner of what my father held so dear. I know that I'm a hostage to all his hopes and fears. Just wish I could have told him in the living years. Crumble bits of paper filled with imperfect thought, stilted conversations. I'm afraid that's all we've got. You say you just don't see it. You says it's perfect sense. Just can't get agreements in this present tense. We all talk a different language, talking in defense. Say it loud, say it loud, say it clear. You can't listen as well as you hear. It's too late, it's too late. When we die, to admit we don't see eye to eye. So we open up a quarrel between the present and the past. Only sacrifice the future. It's the bitterness that lasts. Don't yield to the fortunes you sometimes see as fates. May have a new perspective on a different day. And if you don't give up, you don't give in, you may just be okay. Just say it, say it, say it loud. Say it clear, say it clear. You can listen as well as you hear. 'Cause it's too late when we die, too late when we die, to admit we don't see eye to eye. Wasn't there that morning when my father passed away. I didn't get to tell him all the things I had to say. I think I caught his spirit later that same year. I'm sure I heard the echo in my baby's newborn tears. Just wish I could have told him in the living years. Say it loud, say it clear, say it clear. You can listen as well as you hear, 'cause it's too late when we die, too late when we die, to admit we don't see eye to eye. Say it loud, say it clear. You can listen as well as you hear. It's too late when we die, oh, when we die, to admit we don't see eye to eye. Say it loud, say it clear. In the living years. Thanks, Lee. All right, Moritz, Graz, Austria. Ooh, The Air That I Breathe by the Hollies. You know, I don't think I've ever actually tried that one. Just a second. But I have heard it so many times, I think I might be able to figure my way through it on the spot. At least reasonably well. If I could make a wish, I think I'd pass. Can't think of anything I need. No cigarettes, no sleep, no light, no sound, nothing to eat, no books to read. Making love with you had left me peaceful, warm and tired. What more could I ask So sleep, silent angel, go to sleep. Sometimes all I need is the air that I breathe and to love you. All I need is the air that I breathe, yes, to love you. All I need is the air that I breathe. Peace came upon me and it leaves me weak. Sleep, silent angel, go to sleep. Sometimes all I need is the air that I breathe and to love you. All I need is the air that I breathe, yes, to love you. All I need is the air that I breathe. All I need is the air that I breathe. Sometimes all I need is the air that I breathe and to love you. All I need is the air that I breathe, yes, to love you. All I need is the air that I breathe and to love you. Ooh, yes, to love you. Thanks, Moritz. That was fun. Let's say hi to some more people, see who else is in the chat. Okay, Theodore Corbus says, hey, Doc Steve, you play anything by Michelle Lungrin? You know, I'm not familiar with her by the name, so doesn't mean I've never heard any of her songs, but off the top of my head, I can't say that I do. Sorry about that. Marco, hey Steve, I recently started learning Summer Highland Falls from one of your older vids. Great song, really challenging. Keep up the great work. Thanks, Marco. Glad someone's out there watching. That one's been out there for like over a decade, so I'm glad it's still getting views. That's awesome. Okay, Bat Ayton, didn't get to hear I Don't Want to Be Alone Anymore on the Billy Joel stream. I'd love to hear it today if possible. Let me put it in the queue there, Bat. We'll see if we can get to it. Blue Ice Cream, Chris in New York is here. He says, hey, Steve, Rocky Mountain High cover was top notch. I'd like to request All for Lena. Let me put that down as something to consider as the pile's getting big, so I'm sure that we won't get to everything today, but I will put that where I won't forget about it at least. And thank you very much, Chris. I appreciate it. Let me see here. Coco Popstar. Good day to you, Steve. And good day to you, Coco. Okay. Hey, Steve. Always good to see you. How about Save a Prayer by Duran Duran, or maybe next live? I'll have to look that one up. Off the top of my head, Dave, that one doesn't ring a bell for me. I mean, like, the ones that stick out to me from Duran Duran are more Rio and Hungry Like the Wolf. But that one off the top of my head, I'm not even sure how it goes, but I will look that up. I'm going to put it in the queue so that I don't forget about it, okay? Thanks, bud. It's always good to see you. Dave's joining us from Brazil. Always a pleasure to have you with us. Susie Wheeler's here from Florida. Good to have you. Hi, Susie. Genesis. I love Genesis. We may have to do some Genesis music now that we've done some Mike and the Mechanics. Fred Music. Hey, from England. And hello to you as well, Fred. Thank you. Thanks, Moritz. Oh, yeah, I forgot. That they did make a book out of that. That's awesome. Rudy Kirkhoven, how you doing, my friend? My favorite Elvis song. Well, I'm going to put that in the queue so I can answer your question by playing it, because I have a lot of them, but there's one that sticks out above everything else. Lord Farquaad, can I throw a wild card in tonight? Not sure how much Phil Collins you do, but is Can't Stop Loving You doable? I'm not sure if I know that one, Lord. I know, a handful of Phil's hits. I have another one by Phil Collins already in the queue that came into me before the show, but I'll have to look. I'm going to star it so that I remember to at least research that one. But off the top of my head, I don't know that song. So, sorry, man. But you're always welcome to bring wild cards in. If I know them, I'll always do them. I just don't always know them. Okay, let's see here. Here's one I'm going to send out, obviously, for Thomas here who requested it, and I'm going to do this one for my mom. It's a beautiful song. I learned this, as I mentioned earlier, when we were sheltering in place. My mom's birthday came along, and I did a show for her, a live stream show, because we weren't able to get together in person, and I had just heard this song and remembered it and loved it, and I thought there's something about it that just seemed right. So I've always associated this song with my mom ever since. I sit and wait, does an angel contemplate my fate? And do they know the places where we go when we're gray and old? 'Cause I've been told that salvation lets their wings unfold. So when I'm lying in my bed, thoughts running through my head, and I feel that love is dead. I'm loving angels instead. In the way, I'm loving angels instead. Here we go. Through it all, she offers me protection, a lot of love and affection, whether I'm right or wrong. Down the waterfall, wherever it may take me, I know that life won't break me when I come to call. She won't forsake me. I'm loving angels instead. When I'm feeling weak and my pain walks down a one-way street, I look above and I know I'll always be blessed with love. And as the feeling grows, she breathes flesh into my bones. And when love is dead, I'm loving angels instead. And through it all, she offers me protection, a lot of love and affection, whether I'm right or wrong. Down the waterfall, wherever it may take me, I know that life won't break me when I come to call. She won't forsake me. I'm loving angels instead. Through it all, she offers me protection, a lot of love and affection, whether I'm right or wrong. Down the waterfall, wherever it may take me, I know life won't break me when I come to call. She won't forsake me. I'm loving angels instead. Thanks, Thomas. I love playing that song. Okay, this is going to be a fun challenge. This is for Kat. It says, How Do I Live by Leanne Rimes, which is also synonymous with, they pretty much did the exact same arrangement for her that they did for Trisha Yearwood, although I like Leanne Rimes' version better. I just liked her voice better with it, and it was a slightly less country, just ever so slightly more pop arrangement when they did it for her. And it was the bigger of the two hits, I think. I have not ever tried this one, so let me find a key and just figure out what I'm doing here. Tell me, tell me now, how do I... Okay, so what would be the right key here? How do I and tell me now, how do I live? All right, well, let's give this a try. How do I get through one night without you? If I had to live without you, what kind of life would that be? Oh, I need you in my arms, need you to hold. You're my world and my heart, I swear. You're my world, my heart, my soul. If you ever leave, baby, you would take away everything good in my life. And tell me now, how do I live without you? I want to know, how do I breathe without you? If you ever go, how do I ever survive? How do I live without you? There'd be no sun in my sky, there would be no love in my life, there'd be no world left for me. And baby, I don't know what I would do. I'd be lost if I lost you. If you ever leave, baby, you would take away everything real in my life. And tell me now, how do I live without you? I want to know, how do I breathe without you? If you ever go, how do I ever survive? How do I live? See, if you ever leave, baby, you would take away everything. I need you with me. Baby, don't you know that you're everything good in my life? And tell me now, how do I live without you? I want to know, how do I breathe without you? If you ever go, how do I ever survive? How do I live? How do I live? Probably could have stood to be a little more familiar with that, but okay. That was an adventure. Thank you. I appreciate that, Kat. I hope that it was just good enough to pass the test. Okay, let's see here. Long and winding road, bridge over troubled water. Okay. Let's take one of these on here. The long and winding road that leads to your door will never disappear. I've seen that road before. It always leads me here. Lead me to your door. The wild and windy nights that the rain washed away has left a pool of tears, crying for the day. Why leave me standing here? Let me know the way. Many times I've been alone, many times I've cried. Anyway, you'll never know the many ways I've tried, but still they lead me back to the long and winding road. You left me standing here a long, long time ago. Don't leave me waiting here. Lead me to your door. Oh, still they lead me back to the long and winding road. You left me standing here a long, long time ago. Don't keep me waiting, don't keep me waiting. Lead me to your door. Woo-hoo-hoo. Woo. Thank you, Andrea. Very much appreciate your request. Coming in from Italy. Let's say hi to some more people. What else has come in? All right, Moritz, good night, man. Thanks for joining us while you could. Joey W says, Steve, thank you so much for the tutorials you've done over the years. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad that you're getting some value out of them. Always nice to know that someone's watching. Oh, Dave Rosato says, no problem. Would you say hello for my little daughter, Gabriella? She's watching with me today. Gabriella, I love your dad, and thank you for tuning in with us. Hello. Alô. I believe that's hello in Portuguese. Alô. And perhaps oi. So, obrigado. Thank you so much, guys. So good to have you with us. And what a beautiful name, Gabriella. Beautiful name. Okay. I'm excited. That's great. Hey, Steve, greeting from Ireland. Greetings from Ireland. What about City of New Orleans? By Arlo Guthrie. Songwriter Dermot McMahon. I love that song. Let me put that one in the queue. That's a good tune. It's a good story behind it, too. Chris Knowles is here. He says, Steve, do you know Love So Right by the Bee Gees? Chris from England's Lake District National Park. You know, I don't know that one by the Bee Gees. I know some songs by the Bee Gees, but that's not one of them. I'm sorry, Chris. I'm letting you down today. My bad. I'm going to put it here so that I research it. I love the Bee Gees. I should probably know it. Rob Castelli, Steve, I'm concerned. I was playing a gig when someone asked if I could play Far, Far Away. I said, who does that? And they said, no, just play Far, Far. Oh, my. Now, that's a dad joke. A dad joke on Mother's Day. I see what you did there, Rob. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Hey, Lori, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Said, I tried your bad Leroy Brown lessons and got it down. Fantastic. Fantastic. Thanks for sharing, Lori. I appreciate that. Ann Howes in Canada. Hey, Steve, are you singing for all the mamas out there? You do make your mom proud. I am. And anybody else who's tuning in. I'm a capitalist, so, you know, anybody who's here who's not a mom, be it a woman or a man, you know, I'm singing for you too. By the way, this is a good time to point out that I have digital tip jars down in the description. If anyone's enjoying themselves profusely and wants to throw a few shekels in, I have PayPal and I have Venmo alike. I promise I will squander them on needless luxuries like food and electricity. Anyway, thank you. Not required, always appreciated. Always good to see you, Ann. Hey, Lewis, 26-year-old man. See, I'm playing for you too, man. I'm playing for you too. I'm playing for you too. Okay, I love your Elton John covers, The One and I Want Love. Oh, thank you. I'll see if I can get one or both of those in today before the end of the show as well. Hi, Rhonda Mitchell. I presume Happy Mother's Day is in order for you? Okay, let's carry on with some more requests. So there was this song. Or this from our friend Rudy. He says, what's your favorite Elvis song? Well, I'm going to play it for you right now. My favorite Elvis song is the song that was a big deal when he launched his career, when he launched his residency at the International, which then became the Vegas Hilton in Las Vegas. Caught in a trap, can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Girl, can't you see what you're doing to me when you don't believe a word I'm saying? We can't go on together with suspicious minds, and we can't build our dreams on suspicious minds. So heaven over and I know drops by and saying hello. Would I still see suspicion in your eyes? Here we go again, asking where I've been. Can't see for real the tears I'm crying. We can't go on together with suspicious minds, and we can't build our dreams on suspicious minds. Don't let our love survive. I'll dry a tear from your eye. Don't let a good thing die. You know I'll never, never lie to you. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Caught in a trap, I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Why can't you see what you're doing to me when you can't believe the words I'm saying? I'm caught in a trap, I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. I'm caught in a trap, I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. I'm caught in a trap. Thanks, Rudy. This one's a great request. This is going out to our friend Dermot McMahon, and I love this song. This is called "The City of New Orleans," and this was written by a fellow named Steve Goodman. And Steve Goodman was a singer-songwriter who, at a very young age, was diagnosed with terminal cancer. And he wanted more than anything to be a songwriter. And so he fought that disease, and he lived, maybe 5, 7, 8 years longer than people thought that he should be able to, and he eventually succumbed. But he packed those years in with, he went to Nashville, and he got ingrained as much as he could into the songwriting community, and while he received treatments and all of this, and his biggest breakthrough hit was this one. Had a couple other things that people might be familiar with too, but this is the biggest one. And A number of people have recorded this. Willie Nelson recorded it later in his career. John Denver's the first person who put this out, but it wasn't released as a single because the label didn't think that his version had commercial appeal. But Arlo Guthrie, who was the son, he was a folk artist in his own right and a songwriter himself, cut this song, and he's the son of Woody Guthrie, who wrote, "This land is your land, this land is my land, from California," that whole thing. And so Woody Guthrie's son Arlo cut this, and it became his biggest commercial hit, and it became Steve Goodman's biggest commercial hit. And so Steve Goodman got a taste of his dream to be a hit songwriter before he passed away. So I love this song. Riding on the city of New Orleans, Illinois Central, Monday morning rail. 15 cars and 15 restless riders, 3 conductors, 25 sacks of mail. All along the southbound Odyssey, the train pulls out of Kankakee and rolls along past houses, farms, and fields, passing trains that have no name, the freight yards full of old gray men, and the graveyards of the rusted automobiles. Well, good morning, America, how are you? Said, don't you know me? I'm your native son. That's right. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. Then I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. That's right. Dealing cards with the old man in the club car. That's right, say penny a point, ain't no one keeping score. Pass the paper bag that holds the bottle, and feel them wheels rumble beneath the floor. And the sons of Pullman porters and the sons of engineers ride their father's magic carpets made of steel. And mothers with their babes asleep are rocking to that gentle beat, and the rhythm of the rails is all they feel. Yeah, good morning, America, how are you? Said, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. And I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Oh, nighttime on the city of New Orleans, changing cars in Memphis, Tennessee. Halfway home, we'll be there by morning. Through the Mississippi darkness, rolling down to the sea. The towns and all the people seem to fade into a big bad dream, and the steel rail still ain't heard the news. The conductor sings his songs again, then passengers should please refrain. This train's got the disappearing railroad blues. Oh, good night, America, how are you? said, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans, and I'll be gone 500 miles when the day's done. Thanks, Dermot. Love that song. Cheers to my brethren out there in Ireland. Top of the evening to you. Okay, what else do we have here? Tiny Dancer, Elton John. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to see if I can make the falsetto work. And so if I try it and it just fails, then I'll have a laugh and then I'll adjust it and sing it the easy way. But I'm trying to reintroduce a little bit of that. Many of you are aware I had some vocal issues. They're not permanent, but I had some damage sustained, just a little bit of temporary damage, little injury sustained from some bad coughing that was taking place in November because of a bout with COVID. It was nasty. I think I picked it up playing over in, I did a really amazing gig out in Sicily for 9 days on a cruise ship, but I think that's probably where I picked it up. And anyway, I was sort of struggling. I kind of lost my falsetto, and so I had to take 2 weeks off and not talk, not sing, not nothing. And I have to be really, really careful about what I eat, because if I get any acid reflux of any kind, that irritates it. So it's kind of a thing. It's an ongoing healing, and I've healed about 85-90%. Still have some work to do. But I am trying to reintroduce it in a healthy way, sort of the falsetto parts where I can. And sometimes you don't know till you try, and sometimes it just doesn't work. And luckily, I have a very, very high threshold for embarrassing myself in front of people and then letting it sit out for all eternity for other people to watch. So anyway, this one goes out to our friend Fred Music. Blue jean baby, LA lady, seamstress for the band, pretty eye, pirate smile, you marry a music man, ballerina, you must have seen her dancing in the sand. Now she's in me, always with me, tiny dancer in my hand. Jesus freeze out in the streets, handed tickets of a gone. Turning back, she just laughs. The boulevard is dull and bad. Ooh. Piano in my hand, auditorium, looking on. She sings the song, the words she knows, the tune she hums. Well, how it feels so real, lying in with no one near and only you. And you can hear me when I say softly, slowly. Woo, woo. See, that's where sometimes I go and it just like breaks up like I'm 14 going through puberty. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. We'll abandon it for now. Count the lights on the highway. Lay me down in sheets of linen. You had a busy day today. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. Count the lights on the highway. And lay me down in sheets of linen. You had a busy day today. Blue jean baby, LA lady, seamstress for the band, pretty eye, pirate smile. You marry a music man, ballerina. Must have seen her, was a dancing in the sand. Now she's in me, always with me, tiny dance in my hand. Well, how it feels so real, lying here with no one near and only you. You can hear me when I say softly, slowly. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. Count the lights on the highway. Lay me down in sheets of linen. You had a busy day today. Hold me closer, tiny dancer. Count the headlights on the highway. Lay me down in sheets of linen. You had a busy day today. There you go, Fred. Thank you for the request. Some Stevie Wonder. Okay. My favorite Stevie Wonder song although that is tough to narrow it down to one. I don't know. I probably have like 4 or 5 of them that are tied. Who am I kidding? This is one of them. Okay. I haven't really played I think I tried this a couple years ago once. This isn't one I've ever really played much, but I just kind of feel it right now. It's like such a cool tune, cool groove. So this could be a little sketchy. This is for our friend Bat Ayton, who wants to hear a little Stevie Wonder. So forgive me if it's a little unpolished, but 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Like a fool, I went and stayed too long. I'm wondering if your love's still strong. Ooh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. Then that time I went and said goodbye. Now I'm back and not ashamed to cry. Ooh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. Here I'm, baby, I'm signed, sealed, delivered. Got the future in your hand. I'm yours. Here I'm, baby, I'm signed, sealed, delivered. Got the future in your hand. Done a lot of foolish things that I really didn't mean. Ooh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. Seen a lot of things in this old world. When I touched them, they did nothing, girl. Ooh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. Here I'm, baby, I'm signed, sealed, delivered. Here I'm, baby, I'm signed, sealed, delivered. Here I'm, baby, signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. Here I'm, baby, I'm signed, sealed, delivered. Ooh, baby, you set my soul on fire. You're my only desire. Here I'm, baby, I'm signed, sealed, delivered. Here I'm, baby, I'm signed, sealed, delivered. Here I'm, baby, I'm a signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. Right on. Okay, we got some Phil Collins by request coming. This was a Mother's Day request. This is from the Tarzan soundtrack. One of my all-time favorite songs. Come stop your crying, it will be alright. Just take my hand, hold it tight. I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry. For one so small, you seem so strong. My arms will hold you, keep you safe and warm. This bond between us can't be broken. I will be here, don't you cry. You'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart. From this day on, now and forevermore. You'll be in my heart. No matter what they say, you'll be here in my heart always. Why can't they understand the way we feel? They just don't trust what they can't explain. I know we're different, but deep inside us, we're not that different at all. You'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart. From this day on, now and forevermore. Don't listen to them, 'cause what do they know? We need each other to have to hold. They'll see in time, I know. When destiny calls you, must be strong. We may not be with you, but you gotta hold on. They'll see in time, I know. We'll show them together, 'cause you'll be in my heart. Believe me, you'll be in my heart. From this day on, now and forevermore. Oh yeah, you'll be in my heart. No matter what they say, you'll be here in my heart always. Always. I'll be with you, and I'll be there for you always. Always and always. Just look over your shoulder. Just look over your shoulder. Look over your shoulder. I'll be there always. Right. Thank you. Just seeing what else I've missed here. Let's check into the chat, see if any new requests have come in here as well. Okay, our friend Ann House says, wouldn't mind if you haven't already done Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys. That's a great Mother's Day song that I just never thought of. So I'll try to do that one for you. Let's see here. Levi Sullivan says, "Hey, Steve, can I request the famous final scene by Bob Seger?" I don't know that one. I like Bob Seger a lot, but that one has escaped my zeitgeist, I guess. I'm going to flag it so that I at least listen to it, and maybe I can do it in a future stream, but today I'm not going to be able to do it for you, Levi. I'm sorry. Nancy Lynn's here in Nebraska. Any chance for the Beatles? Dear Prudence. That's one of the few Beatles songs that I haven't listened to it enough times. I probably wouldn't even fake my way through it, Nancy, but I'll flag it. So probably won't get to it today, but I'll look into it. I know that's a super popular tune from the White Album. John Lennon fans all kind of think that's the greatest one that he ever wrote. So I need to give it some attention. All right, New York State of Mind. Don't know if I'll have time to get to it, but I'm going to put it in the queue for consideration. Thanks, James. I want to hear Leave a Tender Moment Alone. Oh, look, I really want to do this one for you, but I have to do it at the beginning of a stream, Insane Darts, because it requires a lot of falsetto to do it, and I don't have a good way to adjust it to not use falsetto. And right now, there's something about singing throughout the show that still kind of burns it out of me, so I wouldn't be able to do it right now. But if you catch me early in a stream, I'm gonna set this aside. I'll try to do it next week and in the first one or two songs while I still can sing it. So thank you. I love that song. That's by far my favorite song off of the Innocent Man album. You see, greetings from Glasgow. Would love to hear some Billy Joel, New York State of Mind. Well, we're probably going to have to try and get that one in today because that's the second request for it. So thanks, Luke. Appreciate that. Inigo Rodriguez. Hi, do you know Country Comfort? I do. I don't know if I'll have time to get to it today. We played it last week or something, but I'm going to put it in the queue. If I don't get to it today, please pester me about it at future streams because I love that song. I'm always happy to play it when I have time to get to it. Okay. Samuel says, you teached me. I think you're saying you taught me Seamster Italian restaurant a while ago. Thank you, Steve. Well, thank you. Always pleased to hear that. Thanks, Nancy. I will definitely look into it and read up on it. Okay. So, I don't think I've even played any Billy Joel today, so let's start with that one. So we've got two requests for it here. Some folks like to get away, take a holiday from the neighborhood, hop a flight to Miami Beach or to Hollywood. But I'm taking a Greyhound down the Hudson River line. I'm in a New York state of mind. Seen all the movie stars, their fancy cars and their limousines. I was about to say living rooms. Limousines. Been high in the Rockies, under the evergreens. But I know what I'm needing, and I don't want to waste more time. I'm in a New York state of mind. It was so easy living day by day, out of touch with the rhythm and blues. But now I need a little give and take. The New York Times, the Daily News. Oh, oh, oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. It comes down to reality. It's fine with me, 'cause I've let it slide. Don't care if it's Chinatown or up on Riverside. Don't have any reasons. No, I've left them all behind. I'm in a New York state of mind. It was so easy living day by day, out of touch with the rhythm and blues. But now I need a little give and take. The New York Times, Daily News. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Comes down to reality. It's fine with me, 'cause I've let it slide. Don't care if it's Chinatown or up in Riverside. Don't have any reasons, left them all behind. Just in a New York state of mind. I'm just taking a Greyhound down the Hudson River line. I'm in a in New York. State of mind. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. There we go. How are we doing on time here? Okay, I'm going to do this one because this came in as a request from Lewis, but it's also one of my mother's favorite songs that I play. So it is Mother's Day after all. This goes back to 1992. The song came from an album of the same title. It's Elton John, and it's called The One. I saw you dancing near the ocean and running fast along the sand. A spirit born of earth and water, and fire flying from your hands. In the instant that you love someone, in the second that the hammer heals, reality runs up your spine, and the pieces finally fit. And all I ever needed was the one, like freedom fields where wild horses run. When stars collide, like you and I, no shadows block the sun. You're all I ever needed, so baby, you're the one. There are caravans we follow, drunken nights and dark hotels, when chances breathe between the silence, where sex and love no longer jail. Whoa, for each man in his time is Cain. Chilly walks along the beach and sees his future in the water, a long lost heart within his reach. And all I ever needed was the one, like freedom fields where wild horses run. When stars collide like you and I, no shadows block the sun. You're all I ever needed. Ooh, baby, you're the one. And all I ever needed was the one, like freedom fields where wild horses run. When stars collide like you and I, no shadows block the sun. Oh, oh, you're all I ever needed. Ooh, baby, you're the one. All I ever needed was the one, like freedom fields where wild horses run. When stars collide like you and I, no shadows block the sun. Whoa, whoa, you're all I ever needed. Ooh, baby, you're the one. Okay, and this is just, I feel bad we haven't done that much Billy Joel today, and which is okay because we just did a whole Billy Joel thing on Tuesday, but feels weird to have only done one song, so I'm going to do this one just because I feel like it. A bottle of white, a bottle of red, perhaps a bottle of rosé instead. We'll meet a table near the street in our old familiar place, you and I, face to face. A bottle of red, bottle of whites, all depends upon your appetite. Meet you anytime you want in our Italian restaurant. Things are okay with me these days. I got a good job, I got a good office, got a new life, got a new wife, and the family is fine. Oh, we lost touch long ago, lost weight, I did not know you could ever look so nice after so much time. You remember those days hanging out at the village green, the engineer boots, leather jacket, the tight blue jeans, drop a dime in a box, play a song about New Orleans. Cold beer, hot lights, my sweet romantic teenage nights. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Brenda and Eddie were the popular status, and the king and the queen and the prom, riding around with a car top down and a radio on. Nobody looked any finer. It was more of the heat in the Parkway diner. We never knew we could want more than that out of life. But surely Brenda and Eddie would always know how to survive. Oh, 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 oh. Brenda and Eddie were still going steady in the summer of '75, when they decided that marriage would be at the end of July. Everyone said they were crazy. Brenda, you know that you're much too lazy, and Eddie could never afford to live that kind of life. Oh, but then we were waving Brenda and Eddie goodbye. Oh, oh, oh. Well, they got an apartment with deep park carpets and a couple of paintings from seas. Big water bed that they bought with the rent they'd saved for a couple of years. Started to fight when the money got tight, just didn't count on the tears. Oh, 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 oh. So let the rock and roll. Oh, oh, oh. Well, I lived for a while in a very nice style, but it's always the same in the end. We got a divorce as a matter of course, and they parted the closest of friends. And the king and the queen went back to the green, but you can never go back there again. Whoa, 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 whoa. Brenda and Eddie had it already by the summer of '75. Out of the Lord at the end of the show for the rest of their lives. Couldn't go back to the greasers. Best they could do is pick up their pieces, and we always knew they would both find a way to get by. Whoa, but that's all I heard about Brenda and Eddie. Can't tell you more, cause I told you already. Here we are waving Brenda and Eddie goodbye. Oh, oh, oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Bottle of red, a bottle of white. whatever kind of mood you're in tonight. Meet you anytime you want in our Italian restaurant. All right. I have just enough time for one more short song, and we're going to do one for our friend Ann Howes, living up in colder part of Canada, although it's warming up now, I'm sure. This is a duet between, and this is a great Mother's Day song, actually. It's a duet between two country legends, two that I'm very fond of from the outlaw days in the 70s. Waylon Jennings and Willie Nelson. I'm going to do my best to sing each one's part in his voice. So it goes like this. Cowboys ain't easy to love, and they're harder to hold. They'd rather give you a song than diamonds or gold. Lost our belt buckles and old faded Levi's, and each night begins a new day. If you don't understand him and he don't die young, he'll probably just ride away. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Don't let them pick guitars and drive big old trucks. Let them be doctors and lawyers and such. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. They'll never stay home and they're always alone, even with someone they love. Cowboys like smoky old pool rooms and clear mountain mornings. Little warm puppies and children and girls of the night. Them that don't know him won't like him, and them that do sometimes won't know how to take him. He ain't wrong, he's just different, but his pride won't let you do things to make you think he's right. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. They'll let them pick guitars and drive big old trucks. Let them be doctors and lawyers and such. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. 'Cause they'll never stay home and they're always alone, even with someone they love. They'll never stay home and they're always alone, even with someone they love. I'd also like to send that out to Willie Nelson, who's just recently celebrated his 90th birthday. Keep rolling the joints there, Willie. Thanks for the legacy. All right, guys. Time for me to get out of here for today. Thanks for joining me. This was a fun show. Lots of great group of requests. Lots of fun today. So anyway, remember, if you're a musician, if you're not having fun when you're making music, you're doing it wrong. For everybody, give as much love as you can to as many people as you can, as often as you can. We don't know when this comes to an end, but it does eventually come to an end, so leave it on the field. Don't have any regrets. Anytime you're watching any of my videos on YouTube, I'd sure appreciate it if you haven't already to give it a like and a subscribe and a comment. Really helps boost everything into the algorithm and gets it seen by more people. And I want to make a concerted effort to boost my YouTube presence. Check out my new cover video of Rocky Mountain High by John Denver that I put out this morning. And anyway, guys, I love you, and I'll see you next Sunday, okay? Thanks for tuning in, and happy Mother's Day to all that is applicable to, all right? Take care.